to the show. Freshman of the Year at Niagara University and Beast alumni Noah Brooks. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Well, thank you for joining us. And just start off here, kind of how you've been doing during this quarantine period, and what are you doing to stay fit at home and keep active?
So I've been doing good. Been working on school. Just finished my exams yesterday, so I'm all done first year. Pretty happy about that. But I set in a reminder on my phone just to remind myself, keep me motivated to keep working out. I've been just, I don't know, basic body weight stuff. I've been trying to go on runs, but I'm not a big runner. So if I get out once or twice a week, I think I'm doing good. And since it's starting to get nicer out, no more snow, hopefully, maybe go for bike rides, longer bike rides, as we're in town. So it'd be nice to do that. Yeah.
Good. Well, what was your first year like down at Niagara University? Why don't you tell us a little bit about the freshman year and the transition from kind of like senior age group swimming here with the Beast to NCAA Division One?
So it was a big change, big culture change for me for sure. Um, Freshman year is all about the dorms, so that was a big part of it. We kind of lucked out. All the guys staying in the dorms were on the same floor, so we were pretty close. And it was a big adjusting period because I did have a traditional style of university room, so it's like what you see, I don't know, in the movies: two beds, two dressers. So it was a big change for me, being an only child, especially, to get used to sharing such a small space with someone. But it worked out good. Me and my roommate got along, so that was good. Um, and the guys' team was a little smaller, but kind of brought us closer together, which was good. So that was fun. We were always doing something together, going playing basketball. Until a kid on our team got hurt and dislocated his knee, so we weren't allowed to anymore. Um, but yeah, it was a big change, but it was a lot of fun. But we still got everything done that we needed to do. There was for all freshmen that come in, there was first semester study hall. So Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9, we go to the library, and the sophomores would proctor it, make sure we were still going. So that was a big help because then I always knew I had 2 hours a night set aside for homework. So some nights, if I didn't have homework, I'd just watch Netflix or whatever. But for the most part, I did homework most nights. So that was always good.
What about the swimming itself too? Like you uh, swam, I am here in our program too, but I had a lot of success with that too, and backstroke as well as one of his stronger suits. Sprint fly later on, even the 200 wasn't so bad too. So maybe talk to us about swimming a little bit and your events there too. I know that you were doing the 4 IM still as well.
Yeah. So I swam a little bit of everything. No breaststroke, but I'm still working on that. I've been improving that. I actually would catch people on breaststroke if I was feeling lucky and doing good in swimming that day. But I swam 200 IM a lot. I swam 200 back a few times, 100 back a few times. But I swam 50 back. I was on the A relay, IM relay team, and then the A relay team for sprint free as well. Even the at max, I did the 2x4 or 200, or sorry, 4x200 free relay. So I was on 4 out of the 5 relays there. I swam 400 IM at max, and I got 14th, got a B final out of it. So I was pretty happy with that. Um, Swam 200 back, but I did all right in 200 back, but I didn't swim it enough. So I still did good. I still got a best time, I think, converted still. And then I also swam 100 back as well. So that
Perfect.
was good as well. There's a lot of fast backstrokers in our MAC though, our conference. So it was a challenge, but I still did good.
That's good. Well, before we kind of go on to what you're expecting sophomore season and beyond and stuff, let's go back and maybe talk about the your time with Beast. Like, what are some of your fondest memories? Or any performances that stand out? Is there some things with training or teammates or anything that you miss or that you can share with us or anything?
Um, well, Beast was a lot of fun. I will give it that. It was a lot of fun. We did work hard when we had to, but I probably miss the team atmosphere the most because, when it is Division 1, so it is a little serious in the pool, and I know it beast a few of the guys. We would get up to some shenanigans, but we still got our work done. I hoped. But yeah, that was probably being part of the team. Traveling with the team was a lot of fun, and that was a lot of fun this year. We traveled a few times, which I love to do, which was a lot of fun. Um, and especially missing when it would be like the guys at nationals or something. That was probably my favorite moments. Was like me, you, and like Rafik or Adam or someone, like just the guys. That was probably my favorite moments. And then some performances standing out. I got kind of two that popped in my head. Probably my 200 back to make my national cut when I was about um, 15 or 16, when I had to stay up there with Gracie and Nick, and they drove me home. And then my probably favorite moment of all time was probably my last 200 back at regionals. I know it was just regionals, but I still got first, and I thought that was a kind of good way to go out because I kind of stopped swimming after that for a little bit, take a break before I went back into senior or first year swimming. So that was probably my favorite performance.
I got to agree with both those performances. They were great. I remember like the final there, waiting around and seeing that big time. So awesome. Just another question here before we move on. Is there anything that you can say that you learned or gained from the Beast, their time with our program and everything too, that helped you prepare or helped you be ready for your time at Niagara?
When we would do a Hell Week in November, and near the end of my swimming career with Beast, it kind of turned into Hell Month. So I don't know, everyone just kind of sucked up, and yeah, we did complain, but we still had fun at practice, and we still made things fun. And I think that's the most important thing that you can do in the pool, is even if you do have bad sets or something, really hard sets, you can always make them fun somehow, even by just little comments that you can make, just to make the pool deck even just a happier place and fun place to be around. So I think that's really important that I learned from Beast.
What are you looking forward to for your sophomore year? And uh, are you planning to get ready and possibly be at the postponed Olympic trials next year, or what are you thinking?
So I'm really excited for sophomore year because, like I said earlier, the guys' team was a little smaller. So we do have, I think, right now, I'm pretty sure this is the number. I think it's 12 incoming freshman guys instead of having, I think it was 9 or 10 guys, just guys. So the team has doubled on the guys side, and there's, I think, 8 freshman girls coming in too. So we're adding some to the girls side as well. Because we're losing 2 seniors this year, guys. We lost 2 senior guys this year. So we're going to have a lot more guys on the team, which is going to make it a lot more competitive, but still fun, I think, because competitiveness is good to an extent, as long as we don't get too aggressive and try to, I don't know, get too caught up in the moment or something like that. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun with having more competition, more guys to hang out with and stuff like that. And we're all going to be living in the dorms as well. And then a lot of the upperclassmen, some of them are living off campus, but some of them are living in the on-campus apartments, so they're still going to be close. So guys' team can get together and stuff like that.
Yeah, and what about your plans for competing or any goals
Um,
and trials or anything?
Trials, I would like to compete at trials. It all just depends on if I can fit into a long course meet, because I'll most likely have to do it unless we do a long course meet as a team. I'm not too sure what coach is planning on, but if I get the chance to go to trials, I think if I get time, I'm pretty close in the 400 IM converted. I think I'm a second or two off in the 4 IM, so I think that's doable, especially with Eric as the new coach. He's a really good coach and stuff like that. So I would like to compete at trials, but also school comes first. And so if it's gonna affect my schoolwork, then I might just have to say not this time, maybe next year or something else. But
Definitely. No, and you know what? That's a perfect way to go with it. So obviously, school is first. It's student athlete. It's always
yeah,
academics is the priority, kind of that way. So maybe talking as a last question, can you share some or offer some advice to some of the swimmers that are going to be going on to university, and what to expect there when they arrive, or what they can do to prepare ahead of time, so there's a little better comfort zone going into post-secondary?
Definitely. Just hang in there because I know it's kind of hard for some athletes to um, change, like culture change, responsibility change it's a big thing. You're held very accountable. Like if even senior swimming is still you still have to be very accountable, but you're still like, oh, I'm gonna miss practice because I have this trip with school. But with swimming down there, it definitely comes. Yeah, school is very important, but you have enough time in the day that um, you can get your studying done. There should be no reason why you're missing exams and stuff like that or missing practice for exams and stuff like that. And they're really good with missing school there too. That's one thing that I like about Niagara. They're really really focused on the student athlete experience. So we fill out special forms and stuff like that for when we're actually missing class. But the way coach plans, we didn't miss many days other than championship for a championship meet. But yeah, just keep working out, I guess, at home, trying to stay fit as best you can. You probably will still be a little out of shape when you go back, but you'll get into shape pretty quick. It's quite the change. Practices are pretty intense, but they're still fun, so that's what I like. Um, and I really like the weights that happen. We're doing a lot of weight room, and we were planning on doing a lot of weight room training when we were out of season as well to build up that muscle for the next season, but got postponed, so and I got to do it from home. But everything else is just hang in there, um, have fun with it, but not too much fun. That's all I got to really say.
That's perfect. Well, yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. This has been perfect here, and so glad to see a Beast alumni swimming over at the other side, just over the other side of the border there in Division One. It's pretty neat to see. So keep up the great work. Thank you so much for doing this, and we'll look forward to seeing how everything goes for you next year.
Alrighty.